Good day, everyone. Today we are going to present our final project, which is the private LAN messaging application, or also called Lobbify. The developers are me, Rogelio Jr, and Mr. Joseph Chaves. So the presentation points, first is the introduction, next framework, the purpose, also the scope and the limitation, program design, the conclusion, and reflection. First, let us discuss what is Lobbify. Lobbify is designed to communicate between themselves over a local network and may or may not use encryption. This application can change the way of any companies or business to work, mainly by improving the efficiency of operation and increasing productivity. About the Lobbify framework, let's talk about the front end. First tool used is the Vue. It allows us to write using JS. Next tool is the Laravel Jetstream, used as the framework development to process application functionality, check views. So for the back end, we use a pusher for the real-time notification. It maintains persistent connection at the client using WebSockets. As and when new data is added to the server wants to push new data to clients, they can do it instantly using pusher. Next tool is the Laravel Sanctum, or the Session Authenticator, used to issue API tokens for user and authenticate single-page application. So the next tool is the Laravel WebSockets. This is to open a two-way interactive communication session between the user's browser and a server. Next is the Liveware WebSocket. Liveware pairs nicely with Laravel Echo to provide real-time functionality on the web pages using the WebSockets. So what is the purpose of Lobbify? First is, it is to protect a company, local network as the tool with no uses of external connection. Next is private LAN messaging application aims a secure instant messaging application for user-to-user or user-to-group communications. The program only requires local network. Lastly, it can chat multiple users with private LAN messaging application chat rooms. So the scope and limitation of Lobbify. The web application is only intended for external use only. For example, a local business, local company that needs communication. By this certain limitation, the data will not be exposed to the cloud. So for the program design, let's call Mr. Joseph Chaves.
Thank you, Mr. Ibacarra, for the introduction about our application Lobbify. So, in my part, I will going to show our program design. So, able to show the program design, let me share my whole screen because I'm going to be changing windows. So there you have it. You have my whole screen. So in order to view our program design, so now I'm going to launch our servers. The first one is our WebSocket server. So we use Laravel framework WebSockets for this one. And then I'm gonna serve our application in the localhost of this PC. Now I'm going to open a new tab and I will access via port 80. So as you can see, this is the main page of the application Lobbify. We have the about the developers, and Xavier Tineo News. So the links on the launch page are working. So we also have our application repository in the bottom part and the Lobbify version. So for now, let's try to register a new user. So I click the register button and we're prompted with the Lobbify registration form. So this is also equipped with required fields. And for now, I'll try to register myself with my XU email and some random passwords. So it says that I should make my password 8 characters. So I will be doing that one and I'm gonna register. So as you can see, after registration, you will be prompted directly to your dashboard. So here is the Lobbify dashboard. We have the welcome message. So let me read it. So Lobbify provides you a way to chat with your friends and classmates. So for this time, we assume that College of Computer Studies organization will use the application. So it is designed to aims to reenact your FH Lobby experience. That's why it's called Lobbify. So in Lobbify, we believe that your FH Lobby experience is important. Then we have this enjoy your talk quotation right here. So in this homepage also we have the computer studies about button and the link of the official website of the Xavier Tineo College of Computer Studies, and of course the official site also of Xavier University. So from here I will have my profile where I can edit my information, where I can update my passwords also. So I'll be doing back to the dashboard. So from here also we'll have a log out button. So let me log in again. So the main feature of this application and the purpose of making this one is the chat feature. So this is the chat UI. So we have a clean white sheet to deal with, and here we can see the channel where we are currently. So as of now we have 2 channels. We have general and then the tech talk. So from here we still have no messages we can get. So let's try to send a message. Let's say hello CSS. So there you have it. It was sent to the application general. So in the TikTok as well, let's try to send a message and let's say what's trending. So message is sent. And for now, let's try to open another browser and let's try to communicate within 2 users of this application. So let me open my Firefox. So we have a user here by my name, and on the other browser try to access the site and register a new user. So let's try to register my colleague, Rogelio Ibacarra, and with an email rogelioibacarra@gmail.com, and of course some random passwords. So we've created this account and let's head on to the chat. So instantly the message that the other users sent recently will be fetched in the group chat, also in the TikTok. So what's trending. So if Rogelio with his account will try to reply something about what's trending, let's say Rogelio says web-based application is a trend. So it pop up in the other browser, but in the Chrome it doesn't pop up. So I think we haven't connected our sockets yet. So here I have my Laravel WebSocket host, and I'm gonna connect it to the port 6001. So there you have it, it's connected. Let me refresh. Let's say TikTok, and the Rogelio message was fetched. Let's say he replies. Now we have connected the WebSockets, and instantly the pusher pushes the new messages. So for the last time, let's try to create another account. Let's say Jesse will be using this one, and let's say Jesse. .com, and then some random passwords. So Sir Jesse had an account, and he tries to access the application and the TikTok tab. And then let's say, for example, he replied to our conversation and says, "I agree." So we have that in real time up here, and say Sir Jesse said, "Your project was great." And of course, let's try to thank him. So that's it for the design and the UI. So let's see how about the back end, how the processes of events in the sockets are being handled by Laravel WebSockets. So as you can see, my server is running at port 6001. So I'm gonna connect 6001, and we have this events recently. So let me refresh my application. So we have another request, the disconnection and reconnection of one client. And let's say, for example, I sent a message. It says the sockets handle immediately that an API one user in the private chat one sent a message, and for example I changed to another channel. It says that we vacated the channel and occupied private channel 2. So that's how our sockets being handled in the backend. So that's it basically for our application. So with the web-based application, you can communicate directly with your audience via LAN. So it can also be used mobile, because our design is a responsive design, so it's used device friendly. So for reflection, let me ask first my partner of what about his reflection.
For my reflection, as a student who wants to be a web developer in the future, seeing my partners share his thoughts about project inspired me a lot about the overall structure of the program. And also, as a front-end developer of the project, I only not focused on the UI, but also I consider the security of the data by making this project a local base so that the data will not expose to the cloud. My reflection.
So thank you, Mr. Ibacarra. So on my side, I also greatly considered the security of the site. So we decided locally, although if we launch it or we host this application, it would be a on bigger environment and a bigger work to do. So on the part of web-based applications, so I also realized that this trend is I also realized why it's going to be used by most of the users, because as of now almost everyone uses browsing on the web and not using the standalone application. So that's why I took this opportunity, and we took this opportunity as a challenge to learn about web-based developing and the frameworks around web-based. So I think that concludes our project, and I hope it passed the standards. That's all. Thank you. Thank you for watching.